Welcome back, Sunday Society, for Hot Take Summer, episode 7.
Lucky number 7.
All right. We have a lot for you today. Mine are not serious at all. So
mine really aren't. Well, one of them is, but the rest of them are just hot takes.
I mean, one of them's kind of funny. I don't have a lot for you either. So hopefully we have some. I mean,
I got plenty.
I was going to say, hopefully we have enough to talk about because I don't have a lot. I feel like we had a really big episode last week. So with that, grab your coffee, get comfy, and let's take back Sunday. What you got, girl?
All right, coming up hot, new Deadpool movie. Went and watched it the day after it released, and it was chef's kiss. It was so freaking good. Deadpool and Wolverine. If you are into any of the Marvel movies, if any of the X-Men movies, you need to go watch this movie. There are so many cameos of people from movies that I was like, they came on screen, and I'm sitting next to Corbin, and there's one person that came out, and I was like, yes! I was like, no freaking way, man.
I love it.
Oh, it seriously.
I'm going to have to watch it.
And then at the very end, like during the credits, they showed like behind the scenes from like the original X-Men movies.
Oh,
and,
I love that. I'm going to adjust
it
this
was so
just
good.
a little.
And the only spoiler I'm going to give, and I already gave it to you, and because Neil was like, no, and I'm like, this isn't going to spoil anything. In the very beginning, the NSYNC song Bye 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 comes on, and Ryan Reynolds dances the actual dance. And I was like,
I love Ryan Reynolds. He's
marry
so funny.
me today. But I also love Blake Lively. So
she is gorgeous.
She's freaking
And the
stunning.
way that they talk about their kids is hilarious.
And each other.
Yes. Like, so they're not like, oh my gosh, I just love you so much. They're like, yeah.
This guy farts in his sleep. I can't stand him.
Love you, but your breath stinks.
So on top of the cameos, I would say the top 3 like reasons to go watch this are the surprise cameos, dog pool. There's a little dog, and then lady pool.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to say.
Awesome.
That's on that. So the new Deadpool movie, go watch it. It is. I might go watch it again.
Okay.
Just by myself. All right.
I have a hot take.
Okay.
Who actually orders sparkling water at a restaurant because it tastes like nothing and it's trash? That is the hot take I heard.
Do they even offer sparkling water? Oh, I have a story kind of about this from Germany.
Yes. So they have like regular water, and then they have like the more expensive sparkling water in like glass.
I'm going to ask for sparkling water the next time I go to a restaurant.
Well, don't go red Lexington.
Yeah, no. They won't have it
You need
here.
to go to a nicer restaurant.
So in Germany, when I went there, if you order water, they bring you sparkling water.
Did you like it?
No, you have to ask for tap water if you want tap water.
Is it nasty?
Yes.
So these people are like, it's nasty. It tastes like nothing, but it's bubbly and it's weird.
It's like static. It tastes like static would taste.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I had to order apple juice with every meal. I was hopped up on apple juice.
Speaking of sparkling water.
Oh my gosh.
So
Nostalgia.
Yes. So this is empty because I drank it all earlier. But my former boss, who I love, his name's Derek. And if you've listened to any of our other episodes, you'll know he's my mentor, and he's amazing. And he's just an amazing person. Anyway, he posted on his Snapchat this clearly Canadian sparkling water, flavored water. And it like unlocked a core memory. I was like, I forgot these even existed.
Yep.
I was like, where did you get those? And he's like, Quick Trip in Blue Springs. So I went to Quick Trip and I got 3 different ones. I got blackberry, strawberry, and wild cherry. I got wild cherry for Zach because I'm not a big cherry fan. Anyway, I drank the strawberry and the blackberry. And as soon as I opened it, because I don't like flavored water. I don't like Gatorade. I don't like electrolyte. I don't like any of that stuff. If I'm going to drink water, it's just going to have to be regular old water. But I am picky on certain waters. We've talked about that. But so I don't like flavored water. And I was like, I wonder if I'm still going to like this. And I opened it and I took a drink and I was like, yes, this is the only flavored water I like. Do you know why I like this flavored water?
Why?
On the back here, It's got 24 grams of sugar, cane sugar. That is why I like this flavored water, but it is bubbly, and I guarantee you it is better than soda. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get some of these. I'm going to have them available at work and at home so that when I feel like, oh, I want a soda, it's not the caffeine that I need. Well, sometimes it is. I do get caffeine headaches sometimes, but
speaking of caffeine, I'm over here yawning. I'm so tired.
I really like the bubbliness, and these
They are
delicious.
Good.
So
they are good.
If you remember this bottle, they still taste exactly the same.
They did not pay us to talk about them either.
They did not. I'm just so excited that I remembered. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I have no idea where, when I had them.
Mm-hmm.
But the strawberry one, I was like, they have a strawberry one, and it is so good. It tastes like real strawberries. Anyway.
The strawberry one, I think, was my favorite.
Yeah. Hot take is sparkling water is trash, but clearly Canadian is a bussin'.
It's because it's Canadian. All right. The Olympics. We talked about kind of a hot take. I just wanted to talk, and this is going to be now 2 weeks after the Olympics have started, but the first gold medal was given to the first U.S. gold medal was won by the 4x1 the men's swimming relay team. And Simone Biles has made her debut, or her entrance back into the gymnast world, the Olympic arena. Freaking, I can't even describe like the athleticism that this woman possesses. She did it like she jumps in the air on the floor routine, and somebody like froze the screen with her at her peak. From the floor to the top of her head was 12 feet. There was 12 feet.
She is crazy amazing.
She cleared over 7 feet. I think 7 foot 4 inches.
Athletic.
She could jump. She could leapfrog Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes.
He was standing up. And the tallest NBA player, I don't know his name. I forgot. But she could jump over him. It's crazy. And people are like, it's because there's springs in the floors. And I'm like, those are to like catch resistance for when they fall. I saw somebody do like a comparison where they drop a ball on a trampoline and see it bounce, and then they drop it on the floor and it like doesn't
It's
move.
just a little resistance.
It is. So they don't like break their ankles when they come back down
from
7 feet.
They break your legs. Yeah, exactly.
We ain't out here trying to break no legs. Yes. So anyway, the Olympics
I'm super excited about that.
Yes, I really enjoy watching the Olympics. Brinley did not seem to care. She made me miss the opening.
She was like, "You have 10 minutes,"
and then it didn't even start. And she's like, "Bummer."
So, Bianca, I have a question.
Oh no!
So this is a hot topic. While I was scrolling through TikTok one night before I went to bed, because that's what my brain likes to do.
Sure.
Gypsy Rose's husband. I don't remember his name.
Ex-husband, the one that she left.
I thought you said he's known as her ex-husband.
Yeah, but that guy, not the baby daddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, I need to find a new name to call her besides Gypsy. We'll just call her Bot. And I was like, Bot? Like, what does that mean? Do you know what a bot is? What men call women that are bots?
No.
Yeah, because we are old.
Oh, no. I just assume like when someone's called a bot, it means that they're a robot. Is that not it?
I don't think so.
Oh, no.
I looked it up and now I can't remember because I'm old.
Oh, my gosh.
What does bot mean?
Like type slang.
What does slang? Okay.
Like I know what an op is. Yikes. Do you guys know what a bot is? All you middle school teachers probably know. I know Laura's like, yep, I know what that means.
It says like you're dumb.
Dang, that's rude. He's
hold on.
Right?
What is bot dating? Scammers deploy bots to register. He's calling her like
a scammer?
A scammer, I think.
Oh, shoot. All right. Okay. I'm going to look too. No, I'm not.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's not what it even was. Now I'm questioning this whole thing if it was a bot or not.
Okay.
Yeah. Gypsy Rose husband. He has his own TikTok, which he seemed to me like he wasn't big on TikToks.
Yeah.
Are we not recording?
Oh, we can be. I don't peg him as I didn't know that
his name's Ryan Anderson, right? Is that right?
I think so. That sounds right. Yeah. It's a bop. So what does that mean though? Oh, somebody who posts their body on the internet. He called her a hoe. That's what it means.
Okay, so I was wrong. It's not a bot. Bot is like what your kids are calling people. They're like, bro, you're a bot. Like, you're not real. Like, when they're playing their video games.
Somebody
He called her a
bop,
which is somebody that is a hoe.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, well.
I don't like that.
Have you ever called any of your exes thanks? Like, say a man whore?
The difference is I am not in a public platform.
Yeah. But she put him in that public platform.
It's true. It's true.
So I just like the playing field to be fair. And I think that she wanted the attention. She brought him in on that attention. And now he's like, let me just tell you.
Yeah, let me just put it out there for you.
But yeah, so I thought it was funny that he is also older and he was like, came up with this, and I didn't know what it was.
I've never heard anybody get called
it doesn't even matter really, but it was just, I thought it was a funny hot take. So
it is funny.
It's a bop.
The drama. It's
another hot take. Hannah is old.
We're learning all day that we are old.
What's another one that I heard? Oh, so Cap. I thought Cap was like, for real. No, Cap is lying.
Yes.
Because
no
they say no cap.
Yep. On God, no cap.
Yeah.
Yep,
no lying.
That means, yeah.
I realized that and I was like,
I knew that one.
What is skittily toilet? Or what is does anybody know?
Skibbity toilet.
What is skibbity toilet?
Skibbity Ohio Riz. I don't know. I know what Riz is, but I don't know what's
and
skibbity.
What the Sigma? I know what that is. I'm like, okay, that's like what the F word. Like it's like what or like what the heck?
Sigma. I feel like
with
the
Sigma?
Kids use it as like, you know, a less than, like Sigma. You're so Sigma, like you're so dumb. You're
not I thought
cool.
that was beta.
Well, I think it is too. But when I Googled it, Sigma is like cool. Like Alpha and Sigma are similar. I don't know. I don't understand what the kids are saying.
They're confused.
Somebody help
too.
Me. They're confused. Everybody's confused. Okay.
What you got?
Switching to a serious one that I want your honest opinion about. And it's funny that, so Laura sent me this video and it was funny because she hadn't listened to her.
Hi.
Hannah says hi.
We need to. Oh yeah, hi Laura. Let's go do another escape room and have yummy food.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, that sounds amazing.
I miss your friend.
I know. I miss my friend too. So this was before she listened to the episode that came out yesterday about cutting family off and boundaries. She has a different opinion than I do on the kind of.
You said you took drinks on.
Yeah, girl, take a drink.
So my no July Coke.
We tried to do no soda in July. It didn't work. We did really
very
good.
well. Like probably 85% of the time, honestly, I was no soda. So I'm pretty proud of myself.
So the video is this girl explaining how her mom broke the generational curse or like generational poverty, got them out of poverty. And now this daughter is no contact with that mother because of the toxic traits that she had. Oh. And it just I feel like there is a difference between like going no contact with a family member because their toxic behaviors directly harm you versus like they make you uncomfortable. So she doesn't tell us what the behaviors are. And that's what I told Laura. I said, I can't make an assessment if I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah. So if it's like,
she expects you at the house on Christmas Eve every year,
or like she expects you to get a job and to learn about finances and like these things. I don't know, because you can be successful and toxic. Yeah. And like you can bring your family out of like that, like
kind of generational curse.
Yeah. Of like poverty and not knowing enough or like whatever, like, you know, not like having or like being able to afford education or not being able to afford like healthy foods. Like that's a big thing in our country. Like
it is.
You can go get a cheeseburger for like half the price of a salad. It's crazy.
It makes no sense.
So like but like you could still be not a good person.
Yeah. So I think without knowing like what the behaviors were, it's different. But so I'll kind of explain like Laura's stance on it. Okay. It's that as kids, there isn't a whole lot of grace that is given to our parents. Yeah. Because
we put them on a pedestal.
We think that they should have known better and done better. Mm-hmm. But sometimes we have to realize and understand that our parents did the best they could with what they had.
Amen.
And if it's a situation, you know, because like we talked last time, there are situations where I support zero contact because I have seen, like I said, I have seen what it looks like. And I support you doing what you need to do to be better. And I feel like no contact isn't like the first step in like you're trying to build. I think that, at least for me, there would be the boundaries like, hey, this is how I expect to be treated. This is kind of how this is going to work. And you work with it and you adjust and you try to figure out what can work best for everybody. But you don't just cut contact off with somebody because you go to therapy and you realize that they didn't love you the way that you needed to be loved, or they, made you watch your siblings your whole childhood. Like that's my experience. Like that's not worth cutting off a family member for, even if it wasn't a good choice, even if it was something that affected me later negatively. They didn't abuse me. They didn't neglect me. And I feel like those are two circumstances that are not forgivable. Even neglect, if it's unknown, because neglect, you're not doing it on purpose. Abuse is purposeful. You do it with intent to harm. Neglect can just happen because you just don't know better.
It can and it can't. So it could be either one. But no, I agree with you. I feel like Laura and I agree on a lot of things.
You do. Even Beyonce.
Even Beyonce.
Well, whatever. So I think that just to kind of like maybe like a caveat to last week that yes, no contact, I support, but I don't support it if it's just because you are uncomfortable having those conversations with people to try to fix a relationship that is fixable.
So I like, again, not from this situation, but like say our friend, was no contact, but then like her parents, for some miraculous, never going to happen reason, changed everything about who they are as people. And we're like, we want to, like, I would think at some point, not have to, but there would be a want to be like, okay, I'm going to,
the door could be
let's
open.
Have lunch.
It's a pattern.
In a public place.
Yeah.
You and me without my kids. And then go from there. Like,
it would have to be a consistent pattern of behavior to show that you have changed. Something more relevant, we have seen someone in our life who is limited contact with
limited contact.
I feel like there is room to come back from that. I do feel like there could be a lunch that's set up if both parties are willing to work together to move forward in the relationship.
But that would have to require at least one party to be like, because I feel like one side of that would be accountable and the other side
wouldn't.
In the past, and this is why the other person's like, I'm not even going to try that, is because there is never accountability.
There's a consistent pattern of behavior that they're not accountable and they project the blame onto other things. And that's what I mean. Like if that were to change, I feel like there is room for healing and recovery in that relationship.
There's not too much damage done.
Yeah.
I think some people, there's just too much.
Yeah.
Speaking, I want to kind of go back to what you first said though. Like, so we don't give parents a lot of grace.
Yeah.
Parents to parents, but then also especially kids to your parents. And I remember like as a kid realizing that my mom was a human and like for the first time, like, I know that sounds silly.
How old were you when you think you had that? Because I don't know that I had that until after I feel
like
grown.
I was between 10 and 12. There was this moment where I was like, oh, my mom's a human too. Like, but because that's our whole world. When we're kids, we put them up on this pedestal. Well, when you put people up on a pedestal, you expect so much from them and expect perfection. Well, they're not perfect people. And a lot of times parents are growing and still learning.
Yeah.
Like poor freaking Corbin, he's just like, he got all the first, the first things. And he's always like, you're so much harder on me. And I'm like, it's because I'm learning.
Yeah.
It could be a little experiment.
I think, and honestly, like my mom has referred to me and Caleb as the guinea pig kids because
you
got
don't know. Like, am I being too hard? Am I being too lax? Is it okay if he's out till 10? Is it not okay? All of the things.
You just don't have the answers.
You're learning with those children that are, the older kids or the oldest child. Yeah, I definitely feel like, if anybody could have taught me something, it would have been to give my mom, especially my mom, more grace, because she was dealing with a ton of things and still trying to be a great mom and learn.
Yeah.
Like we make we're moms are and dads are humans, and we still make mistakes.
Yeah. Three takeaways. Those posts that it's like, what advice would you give 16-year-old you? Give my parents more grace.
Yes.
Second point, I didn't fully grasp that my mom was a person and not just my mom until I moved out and was raising kids myself. It wasn't until then, and I was 27, 28 years old, that I was like, wow, like I get it now. Like I understand it. And I hate that I'm saying this because my mom would always say, you'll understand when you have kids. And I'm like, don't say that to me. I hate that. And I still hate it because I don't know if I'll ever have kids. So it's like, don't tell me that I don't understand. But I understand why she's saying it.
Yeah, because honestly, you don't. Like, it's not a mean thing. Like, you don't.
You just don't get it.
Yeah. And you know that now because you raised kids. Yeah.
Yep, and I freaking get it now.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is I held on to a lot when I was a kid because we expect our parents to be gods and
like perfect people.
There's a quote that mother is God in the eyes of a child. It's from a movie called Silent Hill. It's a horror film, but that is a good line because it's so true. And I remember that I'm not even going to go into it because I don't want my parents, either of them, to feel bad, but as an adult, I understand why things were the way they were.
Yeah.
And they were doing the best they could with what they had to make our lives as good as they possibly could.
Well, and not only that, but like if you are doing the best with what you have and the information that you have, and then, the experience you have, you're still doing the best you can.
Yeah.
And I think that we need to realize that more. Okay, for example, if I ask Brinley to sweep the floor and she sweeps in a and and she's actually trying and she's not, pulling the dirt towards her into a pile. She's doing the best that she knows with what she has. It is my job then to be like, hey, this is actually how you do it to do better. But until somebody shows you, and we have so many adults having kids that they haven't had a good adult to show them.
Yes. And that's generational
and honestly,
trauma.
Just another takeaway from this, two. Laura and I are like, I feel like you and I are the same person, but I'm like, am I Laura too? Like, this is so weird. We get along. Not get along, but we agree on so many things. But
yeah.
Also, I also think that we have a very entitled, me-centered generation that we are raising. And so I just don't know with this because I don't have details. But
yeah, I don't think I could make.
Let's go back to what was her name? The brat with the freaking birthday cake.
Oh, I don't remember.
Was her name Brittany or Brooke?
Something like
it
that.
Was a B name. Anyway, we are raising kids that become these entitled young adults who are just awful. And we got to do better.
We do.
I feel like we're like a good mix. We're kind of selfish. Like we care about self-care.
Yeah.
But we still care about other people.
It's because we're grown and we kind of had to go through, we lived through.
Maybe they'll get there.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Jinx. So speaking of being the same person. All right. So let's move on because I feel like we could talk about this forever.
That was yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one is kind of fun, but also kind of sad. I don't know. We'll see what you guys think. So Ice Spice is a artist, and she made a post because she had made an Instagram post that they then flagged and took down. She used her real name, which is Isis Gaston, and they flagged it for violence or dangerous organization. Oh no. And I was like, she was mad about it. And I was like,
I would have been too. That's her name.
Yes. So this is, I laugh at things that maybe aren't as funny, but it's just because I'm like, dang Instagram, you messed up.
So we have a friend or someone we went to high school with that named their daughter Isis.
I know.
Before all of this popped off with I'm like, Isis.
She's old enough that, I don't know how old she is actually, to be honest with you.
Ice Spice?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but still
she's gotta be 19.
Yeah, and she used her real, she can't even use her real name on Instagram. Dang.
Yeah, that's That's
and
messed
like
up.
somebody probably like went and reported it, which is really messed up because usually they're not flagging stuff or worried about stuff unless somebody reports it.
They took down my barf face emoji off of our Taking Back Sunday mayonnaise thing. They're like, it violates our community policies. And I'm like,
Cancel Instagram.
That mayonnaise is gross as TikTok.
Oh, cancel. No, let's not. You guys like us on there. Instagram, I'm like, we don't really use it that much.
No.
So yeah, but yeah, I was like, that's so silly.
That's so sad. That poor girl.
Yeah. Anyway, just a little hot topic for you.
Yeah. All right. So the next 1, 2, 3, 4. My last 4 are all, I found a BuzzFeed list of 28 and I picked 4 of like pop culture hot takes. So the first one was actually that Friends is a horrible show, and we already talked about this, so I couldn't go back. But this is Friends related. So it says, Chandler and Monica become villains by emotionally manipulating a pregnant teen into giving them her baby, even though she'd already chosen someone else over them.
I mean, they're not wrong.
They're not wrong, because that girl did have somebody else chosen, and they bullied her into giving them her baby.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
Yeah. So that was that.
It's not that serious, though.
It's really not. But I get it. Actually, no, I don't get it. It's not that deep. None of these are that deep. But this one, how many more do you have? Because I could just go spitfire through all of these.
You go ahead.
Okay. So, and I'm quoting. I wrote down the exact line that they took it from like a Reddit thread or something. So this one says, quote, This feels like betrayal to my fellow millennials, but I never understood the obsession with the Goonies. I thought it was mediocre to all right. People make pilgrimages to the Goonies house in Oregon, and I just don't get it.
Me either.
Oh, no.
Zach's going to be so disappointed. I never said it out loud. I don't get it.
Hey, you guys.
I know. I don't get it.
I like the Goonies. It's not like...
I'm not saying I don't like it. I just don't think it's that big of a deal.
No, it's not The Sandlot. Like, The Sandlot for me is top tier.
Sandlot, Parent Trap. I mean, we could go. There are some really... The Sandlot is older, but
yeah,
like there are some Freaky Friday. There are some really good movies that came out when we were kids or that we watched when we were kids that can't even touch the Goonies.
Dude, so Kids Corner, when I was the director of Kids Corner, we would watch VHS movies because I wanted them to see the classics. The Sandlot was always a
What's
movie
your
that we
favorite
watched.
movie of all time? I just got to ask.
Honestly, The Sandlot might be. I really like The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger.
Yes.
It's a really good one. And I wish that Kevin Spacey wasn't a See You Next Tuesday because I really loved the movie American Beauty. It's so weird, but I don't know. I love it.
Oh, I just got complete ick.
Yeah, I do too now. I can't even.
Like the movie.
The movie's
before
weird.
Him. Like before knowing that, just the movie itself gave me the ick.
Yeah, it's icky, but I
Remember
don't know.
the Titans.
I
two.
love
Remember the Titans and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Like those two.
My hot take is I don't see the hype in Ferris Bueller's
Have you
Day
watched
Off.
it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shake it up, baby, in the parade.
I have no idea what that even is.
Then you didn't watch it.
I've watched it. I just don't remember it because I didn't really like it that much.
Oh, you gotta watch it again as an adult.
Maybe. But so
yeah, if you don't, that's like the most iconic part of that movie. So if you don't remember it, you didn't watch it very well.
I remember that they stole someone's fancy car.
So they borrowed Dad's car and then tried to run, put it up on blocks and do it in reverse. Put it in reverse.
Take the mileage off.
Take the miles off.
How'd that work out?
And then it ran through like a glass wall. Anyway,
I remember that. I remember the glass. Okay, so at Kids Corner, we would watch these VHS tapes. The Sandlot was one. Rookie of the Year was another one.
Oh, I love that movie.
There's a line in it that says, it's funky butt loving. And I'm like, we're watching this VHS in a church with a bunch of kids. And it's a kid's freaking movie. And I'm like,
Funky
this cannot be
it's
appropriate. Fine. It was hilarious. Angels in the Outfield.
Oh my gosh, I love Angels in the Outfield.
Clearly, I have a trend. I like baseball movies.
I do too.
A League of Their Own.
A League of Their Own.
Oh my
Great.
gosh.
I have a card, like a baseball, softball, whatever, a card.
It would be baseball.
Yeah, it signed by the one that Rosie O'Donnell's, but actually by her.
No.
Yeah.
The actual player?
Yes.
You have that?
Yeah, I think it's in my car. I'll show it to you.
I don't think you
Why-
understand how much I love that movie.
I
Like,
cannot think of her name. Why can't I think of her name?
Doris
Maybe.
is her name in the movie. Well, it's May. Madonna plays the girl named May, and it's May and Doris. Like, hey, Doris.
So I worked with a lady at the courthouse that was best friends with her.
I can't believe that.
And she would give them out to people. That her friend signed them, and she would give them out to her. I thought
amazing.
that was cool.
You guys, I am just living a dream. That trick that Rosie O'Donnell's character does with the baseball bat, where she balances it and flips it, I practiced that in high school, and me and Kelly Logue would run through that scene. She'd be like, hey,
why are you putting her whole government name out there?
Oh. I don't think she'll care. I don't think she'll care.
Do we have a bleep button?
Maybe.
Kelly bleep.
Kelly bleep. Okay, but anyway, truly, that movie shaped my childhood.
So I definitely have like favorite movies for like different things, like favorite Disney movies or favorite like kid movies, favorite, you know, sports movies.
So what are they?
Like a favorite sports movie, like Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah.
Remember the Titans is still number one. Like I love that movie. Like favorite scary movies. We talked about those in a previous episode, like some of our favorite. But like then there's like fun Halloween and then scary. Like but
a lot of categories you've got.
There's a lot of categories out there. I just want to know what off the top of your head, first thing that comes to your mind, best rom-com.
Oh my gosh. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That's insane. I love that movie.
I just got
so
chills.
Much.
Listen, it is such a good movie.
I love it. Our love burn. You let him die.
Yes.
Just crawl the warrior.
Yes.
Okay, anyway.
She plays, I love Matthew McConaughey. Oh,
Yeah,
and The
me too.
Notebook. I would say The Notebook's a good romantic movie. Sweet,
A Walk
beautiful.
to Remember.
Yeah, that one's good.
Oh.
Like, but if you ask me, the first thing that's gonna come to my mind is How to Lose a Guy in 10
That was
Days.
the first one that came to my mind.
That
too.
is so crazy. Okay.
It is. All right. I've never seen this movie, so I don't have an opinion. The Barbie movie was overrated, and that people got so lost in the hype that they didn't realize the movie sucked.
So I haven't seen it either.
Oh, that's right. You didn't know. Zach went with the kids.
Zach took the girls.
Well,
I
then I
had
guess we
like
don't know.
people that loved it, and then I had people that were like, it was dumb. I had people that were like, I don't like the idea that it's like being a mom and baby dolls are stupid. Like there's a place for everybody at the table. There were so many, it was kind of controversial. And like how Ken, like there was some personality things. People didn't like Ken.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I didn't.
But like
watch
honestly,
it, so
has
know.
Ken ever been super manly? Let's be honest. But
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I can tell you that it made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And there's an Airbnb in Malibu that you can go stay in that looks like the Barbie Dream House.
I really liked America Ferrera's little monologue, though, about how hard it is to be a woman.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be tough, but not too tough. You have to be, sensitive, but don't be a baby. You have to work hard, but not harder than a man. You've got to do this, but you can't do it like this.
It's true.
It is. It really
is true. Like you have to find that perfect mix because
if
someone
not,
is always like people are like, oh, you eat too much, or if like people with high metabolisms, I've heard them be like, you need to eat a cheeseburger. Like
I'm sure that those people get so sick of hearing that.
Yeah, like dang, I did.
Right.
It just burned right off of me. Like there's so many things like you're never gonna make everybody happy.
Yeah, and I feel like the point was that women have to fit into this unrealistic mold of what a woman should look like and what a woman should be, and I appreciated that part, but I only saw that as like
I was gonna say I didn't see a movie, and not that I won't. The only time I tried to watch it on HBO, my internet crashed and I couldn't work, so I was like, well, that's a sign. So, okay, the last one. Yes. I didn't find the beginning of Up sad. Cute, sure, but I didn't get teary-eyed. And I want to know what monster wrote that down, because that's the saddest freaking opening to any movie that Disney Pixar has created. It is sad.
It's so freaking sad. You watch this like
I didn't cry.
I sobbed.
I didn't cry. I was just like,
and that's because we have very different views and experiences with death. I think that that's what that's related to.
Maybe that person
Spoilers,
does.
I guess.
Maybe that person does too, though. Like maybe they're just like, oh, that's sad, but it's like
I think
it's a part of life.
I mean, you're gonna understand, but the part that I think affected me the most is when they couldn't have a baby.
Oh yeah.
And they changed the baby fund to like their vacation fund, and then she died. And they could never go on the vacation, and I was like, I hate
the whole
everything.
movie is adorable, and there is also a house on Airbnb that is the Up House,
of course,
and they like it's like on this huge crane, and like
oh cool.
So you and it looks like there are balloons, and then it's like up in the air. You get on it, and then the crane lifts up, and
that's fun. That's kind of scary, but that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
But no, I'm a ball bag anyway. I'm a crybaby when it comes to Disney movies.
I cry at home.
Brinley, I'm telling you, she's a snitch. She's an op.
Like watching.
She'll just, as soon as a sad moment happens and I snip, I'm like,
she wants to know.
Are you crying?
And I'm like, yes.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I sniffled. I didn't cry at all in Deadpool. Like, don't get it twisted. But I have allergies. And I went, and Corbin even was like, are you crying? I'm like, mind your business, sir. He couldn't even figure out how to recline the chair.
I will be honest. I saw in Inside Out 2, sobbed in that one.
I watched it 3 times and cried every single time.
But even more in If, the imaginary friend one, because I watched the ending and I was just like,
no spoilers, but
I mean, literally, I was walking out of there and they're like, the guy that works in the movie, they're saying, oh, are you crying? Is it sad? Yeah, it was. It emotionally wrecked me. I feel like I'm watching Grey's Anatomy right now. Dang.
This is why I don't go to the movies very often, because it's like I feel things so deeply. But I have gone a lot more recently.
I have too.
I have a whole list of movies. I was going to read that off here on this.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to spitball the ones I remember.
Okay.
Beetlejuice, we're definitely going to go see. It Ends With Us.
Oh, yes. 100%. You should read the book. If you're going to
read the book,
do not watch that movie till you read the book.
Yep. I love that Jenny Slate's in it, but anyway, she's a queen. The new Alien movie I'm excited about.
Transformers.
The Transformers.
I think it looks super cute.
It does. Moana 2, the second Lion King, the new Joker. Guys, I don't know what Oscar season looks like and like when they pick those movies, but I have a feeling that the new Joker movie is going to be
Lady
big.
Gaga.
It's going to be big. So,
and the guy that played in the last Joker movie,
Joaquin Phoenix.
Thank you. I could not think of his name.
No,
save my life.
You're good. I always get anxious, and it's because of Heath Ledger. I'm like, I always get nervous whoever plays that character because it's such a dark character.
Yeah, I get that. I just think
Joaquin struggles with addiction too.
Yeah, I think Heath Ledger, there was more going on, but he is such a good actor.
He's a method actor.
Like that he plays, I mean, you saw, like, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but like in the interviews where he is himself, he has traits of the Joker.
The mannerisms, the little tongue thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because he's a method actor.
Yeah. He was, I think, already struggling with mental health, and then
for sure
playing that. Yeah, it was just not a good thing.
And that's why I worry.
We lost a very good actor. It makes me sad every time I think about it.
Yeah.
His poor daughter.
10 Things I Hate About You. Speaking of rom-coms.
Good. Top 10.
Yeah. Great movie.
I hate that. Oh my gosh. And she's crying, Julia Stiles. And you know what? Maybe it's just because I grew up at this time, but the one she's in,
Save the Last Dance.
Save the Last Dance, pretty good movie too. Ooh, Drumline or whatever that is.
Yes, with Nick Cannon.
Boom. Yes.
Such a good movie.
That was before he had 20 kids.
Oh my God. That's probably when he started out in those kids.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah. So those are my hot takes.
Okay.
Hot topics. Let's finish it off with some Hannah-centric.
Quick hot takes. I've got 2 and then the bigger one. And so matcha's trash. Bianca agrees. I love matcha.
Ugh, yeah. It tastes like grass and dirt.
Maybe I only like matcha from Starbucks because it's sweetened with something. I don't know. Straight black coffee is trash. I agree with this.
Only psychopaths do it, but Autumn drinks it black. My dad drinks it black.
Sorry, Autumn.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, Mr. Schneider.
Don't call him that.
I wanted to so bad.
No.
I would never call him that in person. So
weird.
like I've never been able to drink black coffee.
I tried when I had COVID. When I couldn't taste anything, I was like, ooh, this is the best time to just drink it straight. Nope. Tasted it. It was bitter as hell.
Yeah. So I can do like unsweet tea to an extent.
Yep.
But
me too.
But I could not. There's no way. So yeah.
I like creamer.
Straight black coffee is trash. But then, like, how much coffee am I really drinking when they put all the extra stuff in it? Probably not a lot. So anyway, I don't know. The espresso shots is where it's at.
Dirty chai.
You fill that thing up with all the creamer in the world. Just throw a couple shots of espresso in there.
That'll get you going.
I should just be like, I would like an iced creamer with 2 shots of espresso. They're probably like, whatever,
like,
lady.
Who is this?
Okay, the last one.
Okay.
And this lady's like, everybody says I'm crazy, but cereal is a food that should be eaten at any time in the day other than breakfast.
Like, you shouldn't eat it at
Shouldn't
breakfast?
eat it at breakfast.
I mean, I don't.
I
And
don't either.
do eat it for lunch and dinner.
I will not be productive.
Listen, last Thursday, like 2 hours before we played ball, I had a bowl of cereal. And as soon as I left my house to go play ball, I was like, milk was a bad choice.
And it was hot.
It was so hot. Like, it's so hot. Milk was a bad choice. But yeah, no, I think that cereal can be eaten whenever. I actually love it in the afternoon or like the night.
Their point, their point is that it has no protein. It's full of sugar.
Yep.
Like, it is not a good breakfast food. It's
No.
not, you're not starting your day off well.
No.
And so, like, it's a good snack.
90% of the American
Like,
breakfast foods are trash. Like Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, we don't eat Pop-Tarts.
I know.
Yeah. But like, okay, so like, I like oatmeal, but I'm sure that doesn't have a lot of protein in it.
No, you can get the protein kind, but
Did you ever try those?
not yet.
You'll have to let me know. So yeah, she says that it should be like a snack or like I don't want to cook dinner. It's hot. I want cereal for dinner. It should not be what you start your day off with because it's literally carbs, sugar, and milk.
No, I agree with that.
That can not sit.
I
For
stand
some
by
of
it.
us that enjoy milk but doesn't enjoy them. Milk doesn't like me. I like milk to an extent. It doesn't like me.
I have a one-way relationship with milk.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't like it at all.
So I really don't either. I mean, like, I'll have it in cereal, but like once maybe every 6 months do I have a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, true.
And
Same.
then
I don't even buy
if I buy Oreos and I'm dipping my Oreos, I will drink a little bit of the milk as I'm eating them. But
my dad will just make a glass of milk. I'm like, who
Zach
are
will
you?
eat milk with dinner.
He'll eat it?
Or
I hope he's not eating the milk. Something's wrong with the milk.
Zach will drink milk with dinner, and I'm like, ooh, like,
brother, ooh.
yeah, ooh, like, you need some water,
Right?
And he likes skim milk, like it is water, kind of.
It's just milk. It's water pretending to be milk.
So
Ron
gross.
Swanson.
We compromise on 1% because I'm a 2%. He's a skim. We compromise on 1.
And that's that on love. All right. Do you have anything else for
Nope.
us?
Cereal was my last one.
Perfect. Now I want a bowl of cereal. All right. Well, again, please like us, follow us, stalk us, all the things.
We'll try to do a poll. We have talked about so many things that I feel like we can find something to poll to get people's, maybe the cereal one.
Cereal, yeah.
Or there was a few that I thought of. Or like, what's your favorite movie? But that's hard to do with a poll. But yeah.
Well, we will see you guys next week. How long are we doing Hot Take Summer? August 23rd?
I don't know, girl. You put it on the page.
August 23rd. So we're getting close.
I'm like, I don't know.
To the end. Actually, it would have to be the 25th because that's the Sunday.
Okay, so August
Brinley's
25th. Brinley's birthday.
All right. So I'm Bianca.
And I'm Hannah.
And we are
Taking Back Sunday.